Are you ready for the record?
Oh, I already hit the button.
Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome to another exciting episode of Masked or Not with our wonderful heroes, Wilda, the Water Being, Transient, the Matter Manipulator,
I think I'll be of help today.
Jace, the Technomancer.
I don't think I'll be of help today.
Dahlia, the Living Dead Girl.
Nice, doggy. Nice and steady, please. Don't shake. No shaking.
Rowan, the Living Glass.
You know, if I wasn't the economy, this might be a little more disconcerting.
And Spencer, the Super Cat.
Oh, look, a can of cranberry sauce. Ingredients, cranberries and sauce.
To take off our last time, we're going to have Jace pick up from here as I double check my current notes.
Allow me to get into character. Where's our last time? There's last time. Last time on Masternaut, after saving Omaha, Nebraska from Himmel's influence, our heroes made their way to the lovely junction of Rockdale, Joliet Township, Illinois, and find themselves stuck outside as the whole township has been isolated by a 120-foot deep, 520-foot wide ravine. Jace goes to check the interior, only to find that it's surrounded by a residual EMP field, allowing them to understand that the city is in technological darkness. Spencer enters the city inside to scope the area and encounters people trying to enter a rundown store. Said store was being barred and protected by the store owners who had been dealing with the worst of the issues. Other people. Will our heroes be able to stop the depravity? Just what chaos does Himmel plan on sending their way now? We'll find out today. Also, he'll turn into a wolf, and I feel like that's a bigger detail than the other newscaster would make that out to be.
Fair, yeah, I did not add that bit. We'll pick up as Wilda is currently rushing off towards the. Did you already leap over the ravine?
We haven't gotten
Negative.
that
We
far
were
yet.
preparing to leave.
Yeah, I only have like the speed of a car.
And the mass of a blimp, right? About as big as a blimp.
30 foot.
I'm 30 foot tall, yeah. I'm very big.
So everyone is currently on the back of Wilda as she's preparing to make her attempt to go over the ravine. Wilda, if you want to describe how you're going to go over it.
She's an all-terrain wolf.
I am an all-terrain wolf.
I just want to.
But I'm going to pick up speed almost to my max speed and then leap.
All right, max speed will give you a +2 to the circumstance.
While the others are trying to fight 100 and sorry. There's actually miles per hour in this game. As they're trying to hold on when I go 8 miles per hour.
Don't worry about the holding on bit. There is a glass saddle keeping everyone in place. Also, Rowan's missing.
We're all sitting on her face.
You couldn't hear the whistle from Ace there.
I heard it in spirit. I felt it in my soul.
Oh, thank goodness.
And if we were ever capable of getting a sponsor, I think we would have just lost it.
And it's gone.
Like I could keep a sponsor.
Keep was not the suggestion. We wouldn't keep anything. Get is the question.
I'd like to thank our sponsor.
Raid Shadow
think-
Legends.
No.
I was gonna do Casper mattresses because of
I can't help but imagine when you said that, the very first thing that popped right into my head is, welcome back to a very somber episode of Master Not. Unfortunately, we've had a character death, and before we get started, I'd like to mention our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, I hate it so much. Ugh, so disgusting.
Have you
Raid
ever wanted to
Shadow
feel the real
Legends or
death of a
sponsors
character
in
that you care about?
particular?
Don't worry, folks. We didn't get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. We're better than that. Instead, our sponsor is a totally unique game called Watcher of Realms.
Wait a minute.
It's
Narrows
a
eyes.
totally unique game that we totally didn't rip off someone else called Sad Pigeons.
Oh my god.
Well, can I get a athletics check as you leap over the ravine? Once more, you have a +2 circumstance.
Okay. Hey, look, I got a skill at the same level as Jace.
The power.
Let's see, it's R1d20 plus 18. Turkey tree.
Everyone feels themselves almost buckle under the immense pressure as you go zooming off 8 miles per hour. But thankfully, the saddle holds proper as you leap into the air, soaring through. You land all 4 legs onto the other side almost perfectly. As you look back and see just a slight divot from where you were from where you actually leapt off. It's very minute comparative to the gorge that you leapt over. But you are now on the other side in the township. In the distance, you can. I believe at this point, Spencer is still flying in the air. Spencer.
I am currently face to face with the Mongolian deathworm.
I don't remember having you face to face with a Mongolian deathworm.
It's exactly where I left off.
Mm-hmm.
This is the difference between the 6-page
And if it's-
recap and a 1-paragraph recap.
If it is, and if you are facing in front of a Mongolian deathworm, it's not the Mongolian deathworm. It's one of the many that's still running around in town. So, Wilda and group, as you hop onto, as you start looking around the township, still being on the back of Wilda, your passes are able to pick up on the immediate fluttering of wings as Spencer, in his protector form, seems to be approaching what looks to be a horse-sized worm being ridden by a very furry, very angry-looking, heavy-clawed, freaking rat-nosed mole man. He is like armored with like the barest of equipment, but it is all technological, and it seems to be emitting this pulse consistently.
How high pitched is that pulse?
About, I would say. All right, scientists. How high does a hertz have to be before before it becomes only perceivable by animal senses?
So, to be exact, a dog whistle frequency in hertz is between 23,000 hertz and 54,000 hertz. So, the human ear frequency is, if I remember correctly, just a little bit below that, about 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. So anywhere below or above that range is where animals can still hear, but we cannot.
All right, since it is a frequency that's trying to that is going out and jamming electronics, I believe it would be a higher tone, right?
Well,
you
it's
hear
Higher-
basically
yeah.
does it affect ultra hearing? That's all you gotta answer.
It can be picked up by ultra hearing. Yes.
I think
Do
she's
you
asking,
hear?
does it hurt?
Oh, it is highly annoying. It's like nails on a chalkboard for both Spencer and you. And unfortunately, this town seems to have several of these noises all perked around.
I'm kind of imagining like when a mosquito is like right by your ear doing it.
Well, that's all I need to
Uh,
hear.
the 30-foot doggo starts to whimper as she kind of points over toward where one of the sounds is coming from, in the same general direction that Spencer is floating. Spencer, you are currently about to engage a mole man who is riding a Mongolian death worm. In his fever, he jitters out something. I gotta double check your power sense to see if you understand animals. I believe you do, right, Spence?
That is currently in my non-protector form. My base form, I do, but in my protector form, I don't. I don't understand them.
So he's squeaking a lot. Enough squeaks to almost seem like he's trying to say something. He points a very large claw at you, and then tries
Can I
to
change? Good.
point downwards.
Can I make an insight check on that, or do I have
Yeah,
time
go
to
ahead.
if he attacks?
You have time to do an insight check as he seems to be waiting on your response.
All
Go ahead
right.
and go and roll for insights
Give me just a moment.
as
I got my
he is
sheet.
rolling for insight. What is the rest of the group currently doing, either on the back of Wilda or getting off of Wilda?
If I may go, the moment the whimper happens, there is a bowling ball sized marble moving at high velocity, like Sonic the Hedgehog style, towards the source of the closest sound. And I will add the hashtag of Rowan's current thought process.
One more time. What was that last part? Current thought process. What?
Her
Yes, current thought process is in just hashtagging.
Which one? No one hurts the doggo or mine.
What the fuck did my phone just roll for me?
What did you? I'm sorry, but I can't
Anyways,
accept that
that's a
based on
19 on the die
262.
for 21.
Two people cannot talk at the same time.
He's
19 on
informing
the die.
DM of what his role.
Go ahead, Spencer. It's just DM was also talking, and I couldn't understand either of you.
You're the DM. You don't have to understand either one.
But I couldn't understand what the DM was saying. Or Spencer.
All right. So, and you're okay. So Spencer got 21 for the insight, and Rowan, you're already speedballing towards the closest sound. You said.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll then, as you're about to run into somebody. Spencer, you understand that you do get the hint that this mole man is trying to convince you to get down here, so there could be something, maybe a conversation. It looks like he's very, very unhappy with you being in the air.
I drop my protector form and stand on the ground.
So his speech goes from to, and finally, good. Now that you're down here, you have to understand, you follow by our rules. No one goes into the sky. That's so say it's the Mole King.
He's gonna gently, very gently, just kind of like take a pinky and rub it into his ear, and he's gonna go, "Can you say that a little slower? Sorry, I'm a little slow."
No skies for you. Sky belongs to Mole King. And what was that attack roll, by the way? Rowan?
First off, I couldn't hear that you had asked me for an attack roll. I'm not actually trying to hurt anything yet. I'm trying to find the source.
Unfortunately, it's hard to find the source when there's multiple signals going out and about. Although, for you, there is a high, strong sensation, but it's underground.
Okay. Are you familiar with the way that sand snakes work?
No, go ahead. Enlighten me.
Essentially, they burrow through the ground, through even possible rock in places, using a series of wiggling motions. I'm going digging.
So you're just going to go straight for the source.
Yep, they hurt my pupper, and I'm not having it.
Okay. I will need a. How do I consider this roll? You're trying
Attacking the
to
ground?
manipulate. Kinda. It's more burrowing down at the proper speeds because you don't exactly have burrowing. So I can't necessarily say that you can just keep, moving at the same speed. It would have to be at a slower pace.
Well, I can
Slightly.
tell you it'd be slower than what actual burrowing is, since you don't have that power. But Dolly has it, or her dead version has that power. Let me see. Let's see. Burrowing 2 is 3 feet per round. I think it's 1 foot per round for burrowing 1.
Yes, but this is less like actual burrowing and more like creeping through every crevice that is possible. Because being something that is partially liquid, I don't know. It's your call. I'm just trying to find the source.
I would have to consider this extra efforts. So either you have to burn a Benny or you would have to take the exhaustion penalty as you start making your way down. Then I will need you to give me a for your sake and my sake as well. Let's just go ahead and say a stamina check to see how long you can keep up the motions in order to keep going down. Spencer, you are approached by this mole man who has told you about a mole king and is trying to assert dominance. He is on top of this Mongolian death orb, but the Mongolian death orb does not look big enough in order to cause the trench behind you.
Okay, let me think. Spencer's gonna say, "Well, I understand he controls the sky, but what caused that?" Pointing to the chasm.
Yes. Mole King's mount has made that. Mole King is greatest amongst us. Mole King knows how to rule upper top with an iron claw.
Oh wow, you must really know a lot about geopolitics then.
What?
What?
Don't ask me such questions. I too low for position. Such questions
Oh,
belong to Mole King. He's
can
at
you
center
show
of
me?
town.
Oh, can you show me where he is? I'd like to pay reverence.
Oh, there's a moment where he considers a couple of seconds. I need to make a roll for insight.
Go for it.
Would the ego trip give him a penalty?
Yes, I'm already considering that.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, you may. Hop on back. Of war. I take you there.
He's gonna nod and he's going to very gently just kind of like prop the let the shop owner rest, and then he's going to hand the food to the people, and then he's going to climb onto the back of the death worm and just kind of be like, before he leaves, he's gonna look around, see if he if he sees his friends at all.
You see, Wilda, I mean, it's very not hard to miss her.
Well, that's fair. How far away is she?
She's about, I would say, 125 feet away, maybe
Man.
130.
If she's that far away, I'm going to look to her and then I'm going to say something to her while waving my hand. I'm assuming I guess she has to make a perception considering that there's a frequency.
Hold on. 1 second.
Three tries. Fatigue. Sorry, I meant to say fatigue. It becomes exhausted, and an exhausted hero who uses extra effort is incapacitated. So you are currently exhausted, which gives you I think it was dazed and hindered, right?
Well, you gave me an option of doing that or spending a Benny, and I'm trying to weigh the pros and cons, but people are not talking to me.
I don't know, man. I've never done it.
There is now a pair of earmuffs on the doggo.
Hey, what on the doggo?
Pair of earmuffs on the doggo.
Oh, so Transient, you make a beautiful set of earmuffs that are big enough to go onto Wolf Wilda and fit just comfortably in her wolf ears. Well, the heavy noise that was causing you to be slightly harmed due to your ultra hearing has muffled down. While you can still pinpoint most of it, it's not in the exact frequency. It's not in the exact point to start hurting your eardrums completely. Once more, Rowan, it would be either a Benny or you would take up the exhausted condition, which would make you hindered and I want to say dazed. I could be wrong.
Let me get what hindered and dazed means.
Hindered halves your movement, and dazed means you can only take a single action.
Huh.
Oh, okay. I still have it open just in case.
Hang on.
Double checking the
Go ahead.
conditions. Fatigue only gives hindered, so you're only at half movement. My bad.
Okay. I understand. However, situation has changed since we last talked. If earmuffs are being placed on Wolf Wilda, then I am no longer as frantic and may actually try to sneak behind the mole that Spencer's riding on while being invisible as much as possible.
The mole's worm.
Which should be a little bit easier since you are made of glass. Double checking your power.
Hide in plain sight. Hide while observed without need for a diversion.
Yeah, you need to roll stealth then.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check then.
Okay. Stealth.
Stealth
I only
mode.
have a
activate.
+1? How the heck do I only have a +1? Oh well. It is what it is.
And we'll give you a circumstance bonus of 2 since you are hiding behind Spencer at the moment. While we are waiting on rolls to be had, hashtag no one hurts the doggo. Hashtag my. Hashtag geopolitics versus the mold and hashtag warm anarchy.
1D +1. Go. Wow.
Add an additional 2 to that. Circumstance bonus.
Yes, but that's only a 6.
Congratulations.
The dice are not very nice tonight.
Also, Transient, why do you sound like you're half dead?
Because
He's sick.
Because of me.
Oh.
He's a
I am
little
sorry to hear that.
I am also grouchy when I get sick, so I understand.
I get it. I hope you feel better soon. The lot of you.
I'm just glad I'm not sick. I was only sick that 1 week.
As you attempt to hide behind them and like slither following, the mole man is attempting to talk to Spencer to give him proper clarity of how to approach the Mole King. Lay low, head down, always keep claws forward. Show Mole King your claws. Show them proper war shit. What's that smell? Smelly smell.
Rowan doesn't have a smell.
Glass has a smell. As much as you don't like to think about it, glass has a smell.
It's the
I am Googling because what?
Something's following us. Something. He turns. Deathworm turns around and tries to look about, but while they are aware of you, they have not been able to pinpoint you.
Glass itself is odorless, but can develop a smell from residue, bacteria, or improper drying and storage. Glass itself is odorless.
Yes, and guess where you've just been?
Rolling on the ground.
And on a
Graphic
dog.
on a doggo.
And on a doggo. This is true.
So really, he's not smelling you. He's smelling Kage.
If that's the case, I am going to, real quick, make myself look like him.
Mole man.
You step out from behind a cover in your new mole man form. Go ahead and give me a deception.
I have lots of bonuses to this one.
Better.
Alright. I have a plus 20 to this. It's the one thing
Dang.
that Rowan is really, really good at.
Listen, when you find your niche, you stick to it.
Speaking
Where the heck
of
did
niches,
hero rolls go? There it is.
while the sound has muted and the rest of the group is with you, what exactly are you and the others doing?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what Spencer was going to say to me.
Question is if she heard me through the headphones.
God bless America.
Is that a minute one?
No.
That's a nat
That's
20.
Oh!
That just puts your next one at a -5 penalty.
Oh.
Wait, what?
That's what nat ones do in Means of
That-
Mass.
He
This is
said nat 20. That's the
Yes.
opposite.
That's an additional 5 to it.
No, a nat 1 reduces the
Nat
next
but
roll by 5.
20.
I
20.
got
You
a
have to-
nat 20.
You got a nat 20, then it adds 5 to your next one. So
That's what we said.
sick, remember.
Yes, I
Okay.
understand.
Taking
So
a minute
that's
to process.
46 total, EM.
So the mole man mole man addresses you as such. Oh, General Klausbeck, it's good to see you. Thought we lost you in the initial takeover. Come, right? We must get you warm. We must get you prepped. That being said,
Look-
Wilda, wait, Spencer, what exactly were you trying to say to Wilda?
Yeah, what were you trying to say to Wilda?
I put it in RP.
Spencer said, "I'll be back. Try and help the civilians."
Meanwhile, Dahlia's gonna talk to Jace. Hey, Jace. Since well,
Jace isn't with us.
oh, I thought he was on the
Jace
back of
is-
the book.
Jace is going to the outer perimeter to try to reroute some satellites and give us some intel with
Jake has just been left outside because his powers don't work in the shame corner.
Okay, so it's just Dahlia and Puddle?
Dahlia,
Sure.
Puddle, and Transient.
Okay, Dahlia's gonna say, do you want me to split off and try to shoot at things? Or should we stay together?
You can try to teach the townspeople how to shoot things.
It'll probably hurt your ears.
You
Don't
do
worry,
the
these
dog
ones.
line entirely too well.
Don't worry. These ones are rated for gunshots and such. It's part of the reason why that high frequency whatever is not happening.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
I'll
Can you communicate with her to get her to near a crowd of civilians?
All right, Dahlia, I gotta admit, you are starting to sound like a robot to me.
go down
Roger, Roger.
so that way you guys don't have a 30-foot fall.
So you were given, Edward, Dahlia, you were given the chance to actually dismount as the 30-foot now turns to 15, making it a little bit more easier to clamber off.
I can just teleport down.
Yes, you could. So you do, but you do get down by one of your multiple means.
Alright,
You-
so I'm gonna
so-
try to find a group of people to try to rescue.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. Or
Alright,
perception
and
check.
which sheet am I using?
I guess you're
Am I
technically
still good,
in
or
your-
is things wearing off?
It does seem to still be holding, but as you look at
Excellent.
the power band, you do see like 3 out of the 10 bars, and the third bar is kind of blinking.
She like hesitates, frowns, reaches for her phone, and then remembers no technology.
Yep, as you lift up your phone and try to turn it on, only to find that it is acting the fool.
All right. Well, civilians first. I'll deal with that later. And she's gonna roll her investigation, which is good with this sheet, not as good at the other. And it's still not great, but hopefully screaming civilians should be pretty easy to detect. So I only rolled a 13, but that should be enough for a large group of people.
It does actually give you some sense as you do see a church not too far away, boarded up, but definitely looking like it's still. You can definitely see shadows moving inside.
All right. Take me to church. That feels like it should be a song. Maybe someday. And Dahlia takes off towards the church. I don't know how far away it is, so if you need to switch to someone else, I do understand.
It's a good. It's about 50 feet from you.
Oh, that's not bad. Since I teleported, I think I still have some movement left.
While you are moving and teleporting, Transient and Wilda, you two do still have the time to tell me what exactly you both are doing, whether in tandem or separately. Rowan, you are allowed to hop onto the back of this Mongolian death worm, and you and Spencer are dragged at a decent enough speed to be comparable to like that of a freaking what was it, T90 or was it T26 car? One of the original vehicles, one of the first ones made.
One of the A-frames.
Yeah, I think so. The one that you have to like hand crank at the front.
A Model T?
Yes. This has the comparable speed of a Model T, but with all the dangers of something that eats everything. But as you two are dragged, you see several areas of the city just in shambles. You see death spots. Am I even using that word? You see holes in where there shouldn't be holes. You see a four-way cross street completely demolished with piping jutting out, being ripped and torn to shreds, devoured in the very center of it. And as you get closer towards the town center, you happen upon you do see this like very like old style tiny home, uh, 3 floors, and at the very top, literally on the top of the roof, is just this large, about as wide as the top roof, but not wider than the second or third uh sections that go downward. Why can't I just say the top? It is a very big mole, and the fact that the house is still holding up despite his mass is impressive. The two of you are brought towards the front door. Go! Meet with the king. General, be prepared. We strike out for the next town in 2 weeks.
Grimly nod, but not say anything, and dismount.
As you both are let out off, since he has full belief that you are General Klosmak, Klosmak. Since you are General Klosmak, he gives you the full confidence of being able to guide him into the house. So you two technically have walking reign of this house while you try to figure out how to get to the top and speak with the mole man. You have your
I'm
various ways. You can do what you feel like. What are you doing?
I'm going to essentially pretend that I have Spencer in custody. Go.
By the way, Spencer, you have no idea who this mole person is.
This is what's going through my head right now. Who are they? Where'd they come from? Do they know what they're doing? Probably.
Okay. So you are being led by General Klosmak, quote unquote, uh, towards Mole King. Rowan, how exactly are you handling Spencer as you approach the Mole King?
I'm keeping him ahead of me, as though I were keeping an eye on him, as any good guard would. And basically relying on Spencer's natural instincts to find a path to get in front of this guy.
Letting Spencer's natural instincts find a path?
Yes, cats have an uncanny way of being able to find a way into anywhere.
Yes,
Spencer,
but you've
describe
been
how
given.
you.
Hold on, you've been given free reign to walk here. The mole guy that escorted you left.
I know. But I don't know the way to get in front of him, and I'm using Spencer's natural instincts.
Spencer, by all means, describe what exactly you do first.
Well, let's see here. I'm being given full reign, right?
Full reign to walk around this building area.
So describe the building area to me.
It is a 3-story townhouse, a town home. The Mole King sits on the 3rd floor, and it is impressive that he has not collapsed his entire thing completely, given his girth. But the townhome itself is a lovely shade of yellow with some slight browns for the ceiling. There seems to be a series of mole holes all around the garden area, and one untouched barbecue pit area. Barbecue pit looks like it had been last used maybe 2 weeks ago, and the vehicle that could have been placed out here has been completely destroyed. There is several pieces just completely eaten and torn apart, scattering all around the front yard, as one would say. Some in holes, some not in holes.
So the Mole King is sitting right there, right?
Right there at the top.
Real quick. Spencer has sharp hearing, yes?
Yes.
Rowan is going to whisper, I'm Rowan. We need to get in front of him, and I need you to cause a distraction so I can get behind him.
I have an idea. So you see Spencer walk up, like he's being led by as a prisoner to the Mole King, and he's going to show reverence exactly the way he was taught. He's going to keep his head low, kind of show his claws to him, and he's going to say, "Oh, great Mole King, I have come to learn of the ways of the mole, the ways of the worm, and more importantly, I have come to understand what it is that you desire, so that I, a bear from the surface, may somehow be able to appease you." This
Did you
is the
call yourself a
distraction.
bear?
What?
Did you call yourself a bear?
I called myself a bearer.
A bearer as in carrier.
Right. Okay.
I could say
And so,
cat if you want me to.
and while I do appreciate you going about and showing the Mole King the proper way, how do you go up?
Well, it's a hill, isn't it?
No, like I said, it is a 3-story house, townhouse.
Ah, a 3-story townhouse. I see. I understand. Is there a stairway?
On the inside.
I'm going to let me see here. How high up is the top of the roof?
35 feet.
I'm going to let me check something. I gotta check
Well,
my
you
phone.
you were checking something. Rowan, was there anything else you wanted to do with Spencer while Spencer's checking something?
Well, I whispered to him the plan. I have a really bad feeling he's about to jump up to the 3rd floor.
Oh, that's not what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a lot stupider than that.
What I do next is very dependent upon what Spencer's about to do.
So, what Spencer's going to do is he's now in his protector form, and what he's gonna do is he's going to make a portal from where he's standing directly up to the top of that building. That's one of his new powers, which is called, if I remember correctly, it's teleportal. I can teleport or make a portal between 2 locations within 120 feet, just like a portal gun from Portal 2. I mean, Schmortal 2, the total game that hasn't existed yet and is not copyrighted.
It gives you the powers of Blink from X-Men. Do you
And
leave
here's
this portal open long enough for me to get through?
Yes, I am. And here's the cool part about it. I can change the direction of when you come out and how fast you come out.
So you guys entered into the portal and are about to pop out to the other side. Meanwhile, Jace, you have been on the outskirts, double checking satellite codes that were given to you by Rowan, as well as attempting to to arrange the satellites into a more viewable precision. One of these satellites happens to be which
If you'll
satellite
give
has
me,
like a. Go ahead.
if you'll give me just a second, DM, I'm trying to get confirmation on something so that I know if I can do something incredibly stupid or not.
Please don't shoot lasers. But okay, while you were figuring that out.
Okay, DM, I need clarification on something. I was
Yes.
provided satellite codes and clearance codes to have access to Rowan's network temporarily, yes?
Yes.
Rowan's network is effectively, yes, they have hands in a bunch of different technology firms. They clearly have access to government assets, et cetera, correct?
They do. You do see a series of connections between the government protocols. You do see connections to material material factories like plastics and glass. You do see well, go ahead and give us a short breakdown of what all clearance you would have given him.
He has enough clearance to use the reconnaissance satellites that are over the North American quarter of the world.
So reconnaissance satellites, you have access to those. You also have you also do notice that Rowan has multiple accesses to vehicle shops that localized here in the United States.
I have a single question.
What's the
Rowan,
question?
what kind of reconnaissance satellites does he have access to?
Everything from private sector to military grade.
I'm asking what function they serve.
Remember 2002.
Yeah, 2002. So, yeah, it's not quite to the level of nowadays where you can zoom in on somebody's freckle, but it's still pretty good.
So signals, imagery, early warning, nuclear explosion detection, right?
Yep, all the good stuff.
With these satellites, I can't see the details of the town super clearly, but I can see, presumably, the giant worms and the fact that there are what appears to be mole people harassing citizens, correct?
Yes, from your spectrographs and from your analyzations, you do see series of towns with the town's top surface has been pocketed with multiple holes. You do happen to see several moving lengths, essentially the Mongolian death worms.
DM,
And
what is today's date?
yes, let's see. Last I checked, it was just past September. We're still in late September, early October,
What's the year?
2002.
I use the military satellites to flag this as an ongoing terrorist attack on American soil.
How fucking dare you? Okay. So you do send out the signal with no problems, as there's going to be a wee bit of buffering before the military responds.
No, that's perfectly fine, DM. I just wanted to let you know, if this is actual mole people attacking and not like another Himmel experiment, this is absolutely government jurisdiction, and I'm going to hand it off to them. It is not our problem to clean up these mole people. The government will handle that. They've got the resources and the taxpayer dollars. Let them do it.
Meanwhile,
hear-
Dahlia's going to start a militia in the church.
I hear
Right.
an F-15 spinning up and several Apaches.
So, I'd like to say that's the case, but living outside of DC, they're already in the air.
So I like to imagine that the second they figure out this EMP nonsense and they can use their phones again, they're just a text from Rowan's people informing them that government airstrikes are on the way.
Actually, yeah, F-15s wouldn't get used. It would be Apaches specifically because they're better about making sure not to have friendly fire.
Roland's gonna be danger close from danger close.
Jay sends terrorist warning. Is it terrorist warning or terrorist acknowledgement?
It's an ongoing attack, from what I can tell. So I'm flagging it as an attack. This is a foreign entity attacking American soil. And they are not a government acknowledged by the United States, which means this group would be considered terrorists.
Would you like to
and-
know? God.
Do every Army, Marine, and other asset spinning up simultaneously.
Remember, DM, we're still
We're still hot on the heels of the war on terror. It hasn't even been a full year yet. Well,
You're
it's been
right.
a little over a year. People are fucking hot on this topic.
I'm gonna be real with you, DM. The second he reveals through international satellites used by the USA and other organizations that there's an active terrorist attack on American soil, there's DEFCON 3 almost immediately.
I love the smell of democracy in the morning. So you send out this information. There's like maybe 30 seconds to a minute before you see the active DEFCON level on the government website that you are occasionally double checking go from, what was it, nil to DEFCON 3? Or DEFCON 1 to DEFCON 3?
I think
So it's going
Lowest
to
5.1
be
one?
lowest one is DEFCON 5. Higher than that is DEFCON 4. Then we're at DEFCON 3, which is
Oh,
forced readiness increased above normal levels. Air Force,
okay.
15 minutes to mobilization.
So unbeknownst to everybody in the town, there was a 15-minute marker between now and 15 minutes from now when this place is going to get lit up by military vehicles.
And I will tell you right now, there is no trench the U.S. Army cannot span.
We built and exported bridges across the fucking planet to get across potholes on a beach in a foreign country.
Yeah, D-Day was crazy.
I love the idea. The only person who might be aware of this is currently with Spencer.
No, I don't know if they'd know at the moment because they don't have access due to the EMP. It's just as soon as that EMP is dealt with, lights are going to come on.
Well,
Well,
that's
okay.
the thing. Apaches are EMP hardened. EMP is not going to mess with their systems.
I don't mean the EMP being affected. I mean your phone can't work in the EMP area.
Oh, yeah.
means
Effectively jammed. The moment that it pops up, I'm going to look at it and be like, son of a...
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious too. As Dahlia, as you pop into the church and start looking around, you see a group of several civilians still trying to figure things out. But what you also see is like three particularly tough gentlemen in full camouflage gear, being very hush hush amongst themselves in a corner.
This is very kind of a long shot, but does she recognize them either through her dad or through any of Roan's people?
It's really hard to say on that one. I'm not sure if Rowan actually introduced any of their people to you, aside from the casual people that came up and brought in the freaking Impala.
Well, they are wearing
Or the
camo,
bike.
so they're more likely to be Darren's type of people. So,
Jordan, go ahead and give me a. What is it to recognize?
Is
What is it to
Darren
recognize?
into the chat rooms?
the conspiracy message boards, and that we need to rise up and start hunting the aliens before they hunt us. And
I would have absolutely told Darren that the government has been alerted to the ongoing terrorist attack.
DM,
Yep.
if these are Rowan's people, as you said, they would be briefed on what Dahlia looks like and would recognize her.
So I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. There's only one of them amongst the three. As Dahlia, you do get closer to everyone. You see everyone in a state of distress, worry, disheveledness. Some just outright look like
Congratulations.
they're. What's up?
You have at least one green beret in here.
Yep. Everyone seems to be barely held together, except for these three gentlemen in camouflage. They seem to be completely calm, but are almost always on edge. They're the only ones here that seem to have any form of weaponry, much less training.
can
But
I
one of
roll investigation to see if I recognize them?
uh,
with my well-informed ability.
It's an investigation. Yeah, let's go ahead and say that.
Okay. Plus 12. Nope.
It's really tough. Everyone, either from Darren's group, has never really shown their face due to the private chat rooms, or he doesn't. He only goes off so much about what they discuss rather than what they look like. But one of the three camouflage gentlemen does turn and seems to widen his eyes as he recognizes your visage. He turns to the other two. One moment, gentlemen. Excuse me, little ass. What you doing here? As he kneels down towards you, you gotta be careful and let everyone know that's who you are. Whole place seems to be completely carotted off from the outside world. We can't even send any message out. He's saying this
Uh,
quietly enough for you to hear and not anyone else.
Are you from Creature Feature forums, or are you one of Rowan's guys?
He chuckles. Yes.
Oh, lovely to know they overlap. Okay, so
Believe,
I've
I
got
believe in.
guns and I've got
Oh, go ahead.
experience.
We could definitely use those here. You got to be careful about showing those other two. One's a proper Green Beret. The other one's a Navy. The other one's a Navy SEAL in disguise. Double checking to make sure that this won't be a greater issue, which unfortunately it has been.
Are they part of the program, or are they people to be wary of?
He shakes his head. No, it's better to keep low combo on this. That's right, young lass. We're here taking care of people. If you have any way to assist people, uh, it will please notify us before we do anything.
Oh, my daddy had me run over with weapons to help.
There's an audible what coming from the other two gentlemen as you produce your freaking assault rifle.
Well, no, she gives him like her handgun and her taser.
Just to double check, didn't you win that handgun as a carnival prize from a gun shop?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
I'm just letting them borrow it. Oh, sirs, you already have weapons.
Yeah, it's not that. We weren't expecting anyone to have weapons since the gun store got taken over.
They found a cache outside.
The two gentlemen take a moment to think and then nod knowingly. Smart, yeah. As they go back to discuss themselves, it becomes apparent that they are looking over a map on the wall of the city.
Dahlia is still trying very hard and very poorly to act like an innocent, normal person and tries to edge forward to see their map. I guess she rolls perception.
That would be the thing to use. Go ahead and give me your perception check.
Okay. How do I always lose their rolls? Come on, dice. Please be nicer to me. I've rolled so far a 2 and a 3 tonight. There we go. 25.
All right, so you do lean a bit over as you continue pretending to talk to the third camo man that's closest to you. He leans a little over to the side to let you see the map a bit better. The map itself shows signs of multiple multiple large groups currently cut off from the church as possible evacuation needed sites.
All right.
As well as several red X's that, as far as you can tell, might be points of attack, as the red X's are literally scattered all over the town in what seems to be almost corresponding to the holes in the ground. There does seem to be a large red tape that encircles the entirety of the town map, cutting off from the rest of the Illinois map.
Dahlia is going to look for the more. Is going to use her eidetic memory, of course, to memorize this, and she's going to murmur to that to the third gentleman to try the evacuate the other civilians out. But if he can't get out, to follow the big wolf. And she is going to head for one of the pockets of the other civilians.
As you do study the map a bit, you do recognize that that the pockets of people are about roughly 175 feet apart from each other, with one particular group stuck in the center of town, closest to what seems to be not a red X, but rather a large black dot in what seems to be on top of what's marked off as mayor's home.
All right, so she's gonna try to keep an eye out for Puddle and Transient to let them know about that target. She's still gonna go for the civilians though, and just hope she can meet up with them.
All right. So you hand the gun and the taser over to the gentleman. He does seem to be your contact, which we will dub Lance. Lance
Okay.
does give you a thumbs up and says thank you, and then points out to an out of the sights, out of the corner, out of sights, kind of like hold up area. You can go rest there. The bathroom is on the other side. Just take a moment, relax, and breathe. Okay, little Missy, we're trying to figure
Uh,
this out.
and she
He
says in
gives
her
you
like definitely a normal teenage voice, "Gee, thanks." And then says, "Make sure I get that back. You can pass those weapons back. You can pass them on through Rowan."
he gives you a wink and a nod before he turns to the other two gentlemen and walks over them. As you
Dahlia's gonna
start,
slip off and put the plan into actions.
all right. As you're going to put the plan into action, Wilda, Transient, where exactly are you two at still?
I would like to find a bus.
Oh goodness. Okay. Go. It's not gonna be that hard to find a bus pieces. So go ahead and give me an investigation or perception check. Actually, go ahead and give me a perception check in your wolf form. Transient, feel free to help her, which would be what, teamwork, right? You have teamwork.
I have teamwork, yeah.
And so does Transient. All right.
Okay, so that'd be a +5, so plus 21. Oof. Oof. Think I find a bus though.
You do, yes, you do happen to find a bus, thankfully. As you are sniffing around, you find like you are sniffing at several broken vehicles up until Transient gives you a light pat and then like makes a knowing point over towards a turned over but still intact Greyhound bus.
Yeah, no, I don't need it to actually run. I just need the bus.
All right, so you do find the bus. What are you going to do with the
I
bus?
pick it up with my teeth.
Let me double check your strength. I don't believe it's low enough to cause any problems when lifting a bus.
I can lift 25 tons. I looked it
It's
up. A
definitely less
bus
than
is
20.
about 20 tons at its highest.
Yeah. All right. So you do lift it up with relative ease as your tail begins wagging, having found what you were looking for the initial part. Transient, was there anything you wanted to speak on or anything you wanted to bring up while looking about here? What are you doing?
Did I lose?
I don't know if we lost transient.
Oh,
Or he's Gregging.
If he's Gregging, it's directly on his headset because he's not muted on Discord.
Was either that or the medication finally kicked down and KO'd him, which would make me feel bad. Or he's.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was gonna say, you mean he got NyQuil sniped?
Snipe quilled. Dang it, I should have saved that for the hashtag. Well, I'll still put it in anyway.
Yeah, go ahead and slap that in there.
Whatever
One more time, Jace.
That's a fucking Pokemon from whatever the next gen is.
You're thinking of Cyndaquil, but yes.
Like they wouldn't reuse Quill.
I don't know. Ever since that one leak from fucking last year, it's been kind of give and take for Cyndaquil's positioning. I mean, they replaced him with the fire pig.
Tepig.
In Pokemon yeah, thank you. They replaced him with Tepig.
Well, that's because he was in Arceus.
Excuses.
Also, Tepig's not native to that region anyways. No, neither is Cyndaquil either.
Nope.
Makes it so curious.
The native of that region is the Witch Fox.
Why didn't they go with that? Those set of starters. We're about to cross into a different conversation. We'll save that for after game. So with Transient currently in quiet mode, will that you have a bust in your mouth, and at the same time, you do happen to see coming out from the shadows, Dahlia, who is seemingly on the motion, heading towards what seems to be a rundown hotel. And I do mean a proper hotel. It's like a freaking. It's also a 3-story building with multiple glass windows.
Well, I'm gonna go bound over to where Dahlia is, and then I'm gonna place the bus down and then sit and wag my tail.
Dahlia, as you're making progress heading over towards the hotel, a bus suddenly appears, and there is now a large Wilda wolf in front of you, wagging her tail.
Dahlia beams at her. Wilda, have I told you lately that you're the best? There's some civilians in the church. There's an evacuation route. Oh, wait, shit. Let me just draw a map for you. And she is going to try to, draw it in the dirt where she's, so it can be larger for Wilda to see easier.
Does Wilda have eidetic memory?
No, but my rider does.
Touche. Got me there. Yes, he does. He would be paying attention at the same time, too.
Yeah,
Also,
so Dahlia draws out the
credit.
map and points to where she's going to drive the bus to get civilians out, and points to the mayor's house, and then shows them where the church is. Just basically points out all the landmarks and where they should hit to get people out.
Well, the wags her tail faster.
I will say, as you're like redrawing the map from your eidetic memory, there is a point that you did, as you're putting it out, that you did not fully ponder on. There seems to be a pencil smudge in your memory of a certain area marked close by the mayor's house, but it's like off in the southeastern area. You don't know what that indicator was.
They did have this little mark here. She points to the spot on the map. I don't know if they're pencil smudged or what it was for, but there's probably something in that area. So be careful, and maybe once we get the people out, we should check it out.
Doggo nods their head.
All right, Wilda, I'll get this bus going. You and Transient help out the others, and thanks.
Above board, not my plan for the bus, but this works.
I mean, yeah.
Made by Dahlia. Memorize. So as you explain the plan to the two here, you you give a agreement of how to go about it before giving each other the that old school break clap as you guys split off to start doing your particular tasks. Damn it. I'm trying to remain focused, but here I am saying, and I don't know why I'm laughing at the onomatopoeia. It's just an onomatopoeia.
But it's one you so rarely see, and it looks kind of like a raspberry.
My favorite onomatopoeia. So as you three are attempting to coordinate and go off rescuing the civilians, Rowan and Spencer, you you enter into the house.
Oh no.
No, he portaled up there.
Okay, a portal. You enter through the portal and once.
Ace just got a call.
Oh.
Oh, well.
See, guys, I didn't want any problems. Your guns go bang bang. My gun goes bah.
Oh my goodness. I'm now just looking at Villainous Sneeze. It's like, what the?
Ah, yes, the A-10 Warthog. The only gun that has a plane.
My favorite bit of lore about the A10 is the fact that it was built by a fucking washing machine company.
Yep. GE, they makes lots of things that spin.
It go burr.
Yeah. Did you know one of its bullets are about the size of a Red Bull can?
Jeez. Hold on, the 8.4 or the 12?
No, the 12.
Oh, jeez.
If it shoots the gun too long, it'll stall. Also, collective interesting note, the in Villainous Memes, the short video of the Chinook flying over the connexes at a very low altitude. I was
Yeah.
there for that.
Oh boy.
That right there is why you never dare a chief to do anything.
Okay, cool. It was just family.
Yay!
Just family.
You probably shouldn't go over there tomorrow.
Yeah. Listen,
Send
I
them
love
again.
my family. I don't
Apologize.
love them enough to keep them safe. I love them enough to impose problems.
Send them a gift basket and say you got a work call.
It's more of don't get them sick.
Like I said, I love my family. I also love causing problems.
It's a whole
You lo-
thing, isn't it?
You love
Kinda.
them enough to drag them all down with you.
Yes. That's exactly the phrase I was hunting for, but couldn't find because it is more elusive.
Carry on, though.
So, Spencer and Rowan, you enter through the portal. There is time and space and entrails and entities amongst this portal before it calms down and you're on top of the 3-story house in front of the very large and very in charge Mole King. I take it this is the point where Spencer goes through and offers all that. Spencer,
Yes, it's what I do.
present your claws. You tell him of being a bear and how you would like to see his will be done or so. And the Mole King takes a moment before, in a very deep, rattling voice, bring me plans. As he points over towards what seems to be a building with a large cross.
He's asking me to bring him plans.
Yes.
I do it in half a second.
Rowan will slowly, in very mole stride, make his way towards the Mole King's right hand where the general should be.
You, as you move over to there, there's a bit of surprise from the Mole King as he gazes upon you. General Clawmark, you're alive.
By the skin of my claw.
It's good to have you here, brother. I fear that the humans would have taken you.
I would not let them have me while I draw breath.
Excellent. The Mole Army will rise. We can now start the next plan in a week and a half. Where is your gear? Right, destroyed. He points downward, second floor. Re-equip. We
Of
cannot
course, my king.
There was only so many mounts to be stolen from workshop. Madman know not. Madman much angry. We must hurry and take over before Madman takes back mounts.
Rowan, as the mole man, will hesitate. Wants me to stay in case the feline gets a bright idea.
Yes, but armor first.
Of course, my king. And she'll go down to the wherever their armory is.
How do you go about it?
I'll take a couple steps back and then go around behind.
All right, so you go around behind them, and in the roof, there's like a series of like smaller holes, and then there's like a what would have been a ladder section. What would have been a ladder section, but the ladder section seems to have been kicked off, and now down on the down on the backyard, the ladder that would connect to the third floor is just lying there, sprawled. As you start going down and enter into the
Hold on.
house,
I'm
go on.
not actually going into the house. I was getting to his blind side.
Ah, yes. So you go into towards his blind side in the back behind him. As Spencer just immediately comes, but Spencer, you enter into the church and you look about. You see you see several people just in disarray. You see the entire church almost barely kept lit by a single candle, and you happen to candle, but light, and you happen to see three men in camouflage gathered around what seems to be a large map. Spencer, you're Greg.
I am not grugging. I'm right here.
He was waiting for a response from you.
Yes, I see all of those things. What is your question?
What do you take that's considered plans?
Well, there's documents in front of me, right?
There is a map behind three guys in camouflage, and the church is just in disrepair with several groups of people just huddled close together, trying to weather this mole storm.
I'm going to coach the guys with the camouflage and ask them if they've seen the plans.
So as you come up, Lance, being the first to see you, kind of like gives a slight jump. As he looks, as the other two then look over. The other two gentlemen, like, kind of like squint their eyes at you, as they seem to start going for something attached to their side. Lance starts going, wait, he's a friend, he's a friendly. Spencer, what do you do in this moment?
I stay completely still.
You stay completely still as a group of gentlemen have a short argument amongst themselves. Lance is trying to vouch for you, saying that you're friendly, while the other two gentlemen are trying to point out you just asked for the plans. There's no one else here knows about the plans, other than the freaking mole enemy that they've been trying to deal with for the past 2 weeks.
And Spencer's going to say, oh yeah, this really giant mole thing asked me for its own plans, and it gestured to this building, so apparently they're somewhere here.
The three
His name
stop
is the
as they
Mole King.
the three pause in their argument as they looked at each other. Huh? And the two give this like exasperated huh, while Lance kind of sighs a bit of a relief. God, he's talking about something else. Okay, yeah, that's great. Maybe it's underneath in the basement, right, guys? It might be in the basement. See, he's friendly. He's not attacking us. He's not doing anything bad. Lance takes a quick moment to look over and mouths and start move it. Sorry, yeah, he mouths the word Spencer, move it.
I move it.
So you move. I think you're moving down to the basement.
Yeah.
So as a minute gesture, you move over towards the right of the building and down the set of stairs that's attached that was attached to it. As you go down to the basement, you see a few more people scattered about. You do see a couple of like pillars that still hold up.
Okay.
Oh fuck. For the sake of it, it's only been 5 minutes on your joke timer. All right, buddy. And between those pillars, you happen to see a very, very ugly ball of mud. It is just the ugliest ball of mud you have ever witnessed. It doesn't smell as bad as other ugly things that would probably look like a ball of mud, but this is not a very appeasing ball of mud. However, the very heavy claw marks on the side of this ball of mud kind of give you the hint of the telltale signs that this could have been held by one of the mole people.
I see. I see. I'm going to pick this thing up and bring it back to the Mole King.
So within a few seconds of being in the church and then zipping out of the church, which has left at least the camouflage men completely confused. You zip by Wilda, who brought a bus, and you zip by Dahlia, who's boarding that said bus, preparing to drive. You zip by several series of destructions and several other moles as you reapproach the king mole from a bit of the side as Rowan, right as Spencer pops up on the side with his like large, ugly ball of mud. It's disgustingly ugly. What do you do?
Would you say that I am fully within the Mole King's blind spot?
Let me do a quick roll. For the time being, yes, you're currently in his blind spot.
Knowing that his hide is likely too thick for me to just outright puncture, I think that I'm going to jump into liquid form around his head, go inside of his mouth, eyes, and nose, and liquefy his brain.
We are supposed to be heroes?
Damn, this is a
That only-
terrorist.
That only applies to humans.
Damn, terrorist attack.
Let me see what I need to counter roll as you attempt to suffocate and attempt to shred this Mole King's brain. All right, looks
Also,
like he's
I did
considered your
warn you
glass.
about this before I started playing.
I mean, yes, but once more, you're using the glass weapon strength based damage, right? Go ahead. I need to make a roll against that. Give me 1 second.
Glass weapon strength based. I have a +8 for ranks for ability, whatever that means.
I'm seeing the DC as 25 over here. So with that being said, I need to roll above a 25 in order to not die. Large and charge. Can do.
I don't know if I get any kind of bonus for catching him unawares and using our poor cat as a distraction.
That is 2 degrees of failure. He is now currently dazed and suffering an initial bruise as he was unexpectedly grappled and now being forced by the hot glass. It is not an immediate thing, but you are currently suffocating. He is fighting back, though.
Yeah, okay. It's like fighting against water. Good luck.
So Mole King +1 bruise.
Also, I can't imagine this guy's claws getting inside of his own mouth.
That's fucked. That is unwholesomely fucked. What? Why that much? Why that much number? Why, Jace? Why would you suggest such a number?
517 has become a meme from something that happened on Friday. Someone got a crit on a boss, and they were a stabby rogue. So they just kept stabbing after they got the kill shot.
Lordy. Spencer, you were there holding this ball of this ugly ball of mud when all of a sudden the Mole King is like corroded by this glass liquid field. He is currently struggling, trying to grasp at the glass water, currently stuffing itself down his every orifice in his head. What do you do?
I got him the plans. I did what I was supposed to do. Just watching this happen, like with like sheer terror on my face as I watched the guy I was really happy to meet get eviscerated from the inside out using a forced lobotomy with liquid glass.
It's not completely done. He is still alive, but he's somewhat dazed and is definitely taking up bruising, if not bleeding, from the eyes.
Oh man, I can't do anything well, I guess I could do something to stop them, but that would be going against what Rowan told me to do. So good.
If I may, DM,
Yes.
Spencer will hear Rowan's voice from somewhere inside this mess, this glass helmet that the Mole King is now wearing, as she tells him, "You did a great job, Spencer. Now I would turn away."
Is that what would Wilda do? Turn away?
I don't know. I gotta make it until I gotta roll a d20 here.
You should say, "Oh, I think I see Wilda. Spencer, go find her."
18. That's an 18 intelligence check.
So it's not always talked about at the family house, but Mr. Thrussell has had many a moments where he's had to look over towards you, Spencer, and has had to explain sometimes the best thing to do is to turn the other way. Now, I need you to go and sit on the outside and just pretend not to hear anything. And as you look back in your earlier memory, while you're recalling this, you do see Mr. Thrussell getting ready to walk into the waiting. Would it be a wine bottle, Wilda, from your Angry Madre? Like one of the rare.
She was never an angry drunk.
All right, and then it wouldn't be her that would be getting angry. It'd probably be one of his workers. That'd be coming up and getting ready to yell at him about money things.
I love that we solidify that the most traumatized yet most heroic person in this entire group is somehow the idiot.
It is what it is. It is how the dice seem to overrule.
It is what it is.
Listen,
Damn it, my toes are getting eaten.
listen,
Oh,
Spencer.
no.
All has done this encounter is report this event to the proper authorities.
Give me just a moment.
If I had attended school, I imagine this is what they would have told us to do in school.
Stop eating my fucking toes.
Nom nom
That
nom
would be the
nom
last thing we
nom.
hear. Yes.
I imagine Spencer occasionally hides under the bed to get someone's feet.
I mean, that's like classic cat.
Yeah.
Or just walks by and suddenly like leaps and grabs your feet.
I want DM to continue with what he was saying earlier about the whole yelling thing. What happened when I did that?
So as you like turn away and then you start hearing all the loudness and commotion happening on the inside of the garage of the household, you do recall there being a lot of banging to a point where the interior to a point where one of the garage panels bent outwardly towards you. It kind of spooked you there for a second. So in this sense, you're picking up that this is something that's about to spook you, and seeing the moment, the bleeding of the eyes in the Mole King as he's like clawing through this liquid lash-like substance on his head, it hits on you that this is probably one of those times to look away. So with the ugliest ball of mud in hand, you turn away, and as you look up, hey, there's Wilda, who seems to be making her way towards. Wilda, where are you heading towards?
But
Spencer, I'm only asking for what she's heading towards in order to find out what you're seeing.
I am heading towards one of the caches of people.
As she's heading towards towards not the hotel, but this time it's like a combination of like a
Taco
duplex.
Bell Pizza Hut.
Yes, a combination of a Taco Bell / Pizza Hut duplex.
Dear God, what's happening in Illinois?
It actually wasn't like that before the moles got there. The
Ah.
moles did that. It's part of the plan. They show up and they do that in every city.
Yes, the Mole King's true intention, combining every Domino's with freaking
Taco
AW
Bell.
or Taco Bell. Thank you. Combining every Domino's with Taco Bell.
If he
And they're
leaves it
always right
alone-
next to a gas station.
If they leave it alone long enough, they'll figure out how to put a giant Cheez-It inside of a pizza.
Say it ain't so.
Spencer, you do see that, and compared to what's happening behind you, you seeing that before. What do you do?
I think Spencer would try and stop Rowan, but I think we're at the end of session.
Yeah.
True. I mean, we could leave this decision for next time on Masked or Not. Do join us in another 2 weeks as we continue picking up from this section as Spencer argues with himself over the next 2 weeks whether or not he's going to stop Rowan from just outright murdering the Mole King, or if he's going to assist evacuating everybody before 10 minutes
Dun, dun,
pass.
dun,
And the
dun,
excitement
dun,
just goes
dun,
on.
dun, 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 dun.
Here's the problem as I see it. I know Spencer.
Anyway, night, guys. I'm sorry. I keep yawning.
Sorry, Dahlia.
Good.
Night, Dollar.
Night.
The problem as I see it